Those are just my couple of like little life gems, financial advice. It's like really simple stuff, I know, but sometimes we don't follow it. Sometimes we don't do it, but you know, I just figured I'd give people a heads up. You know, as I learn things, I start to do better. And, you know, I want to educate and help other people learn some things too. Or at least kind of reiterate some things that maybe they've already been told. So this is just me kind of, you know, giving people, or at least trying to give people that little nudge. Earlier this week, I recall like making a video where, you know, I mentioned that I would give you all tips on just how to keep track of your bills. Some of you may not have bills yet. Some of you might have a couple of bills. But of course, once you move out and you are either staying in an apartment or if you buy a house, you know, you're gonna have several bills, and it's definitely a shock for anyone to go from 0 bills to now you have like 5, 6, 7 different bills. And even if you had have 2 bills and you go from 2 bills to 7 or 8 bills that you're paying for now, sometimes it can be hard to keep track of, and I think that that's like being very honest. So something that I have learned to do is, as you all know, if you use like Internet Explorer, or if you use like Google Chrome, which Google Chrome is honestly my favorite web browser, but whatever web browser that you all use, I'm sure that it has like a folder like for your bookmarks and favorites. So what I've done just to help me keep track of all of the websites, because for the most part, all of your bills you can pay online. You can send it in the mail, but a lot of companies have it now where it's like very convenient where you can actually just pay them online. And so that's what I do. I pay all of my bills online. So what I've done is I have a folder under my favorites and or like under my bookmarks. And so what I've done, I've made a folder like just specifically called bills. And so I basically have saved all of the companies that I have to pay on a monthly basis. I've saved all of those companies under that folder. And then of course, you know, you have to keep track of your passwords and that kind of thing, which, you know, everybody has their different way of keeping track of those. So anyway, you know, once you get those saved in your favorites folder or in your bookmarks, then you always have that information so you can keep track of all the bills that you owe on a monthly basis. And then just from there, what I like to do is I like to pretty much just like those sites, you can either wait till the bills come in the mail. You know, some people like to wait till the bill comes in the mail saying that it's due. But what I personally like doing is I like to just check those websites periodically. So I'll just go in, I'll log into my account, and then I'll see when it's due, if it's due, and then whenever it's due, I like to put it in my phone and save it on my calendar. So I have a specific date, so I know like, okay, it's due on the 15th. Well, let me make arrangements to pay this, you know, a couple days before that. Or, you know, based on when I get paid, I'll determine like what week I want to pay it. But either way, it helps me to keep track to make sure that I pay the bills on time and in fact ahead of time. So that's pretty much like my tip or my little word of advice on that. Also, I'm sure that there are websites or even apps. I'm sure that there are apps out there that help you to keep track of your bills. Like you can have all your bills attached to one app, and you can probably go in like have your account attached to the app and then probably pay your bills through that, like a third party type of app. I'm sure that there's something out there like that. I don't personally use anything like that, so I can't really give you any advice or any suggestions on what app or apps to use, but I've kind of heard rumblings about different apps like that that kind of help you with your bills and just being timely with them. Also, another thing which I found really helpful, so when I was in Tampa before I moved back here to my hometown. And so when I was in Tampa, I was able to actually attach several of my bills to my banking account. So literally all I had to do was log into my banking account, and I could click on, and this is how it works. So I could put in the biller name. So like, let's say it's for Spectrum. So I would put in like Spectrum as that for that particular bill, and then I have to go through and put in like whatever my Spectrum account number was, and then what else? I think that's it. Sometimes you can do that as well, do it through your banking company, whatever company that you bank with. You can attach your bills to that banking account that you have, and you can literally just go in and all your bills are lined up whatever companies that you owe on a monthly basis, and all you have to do is type in the dollar amount for that particular or for that specific bill. And I'm really sorry about, like, I don't know how this video is coming out, just because this little display screen at the top of this camera, it's like very wonky. It's a screw that's loose on it, and so I honestly can't really see like where I am in the frame. So like if my face was cut off for a portion of this video, I'm really sorry, because I honestly did not know. I am working on that. I've ordered a screw to fix that, to replace the missing screw on the display screen, just so I can gauge like what the level is on this camera, so I can make sure that I'm getting my full face and not like a partial face or anything like that. So I'm sorry if, you know, you only saw like half of my face or whatever the case was. That was not intentional. But anyway, those are just my tips financially and that kind of thing. So anyway, I know this video is quick, but I wanted to make sure that I got this out to y'all, since I did promise that I would make a video before the week was out regarding this. And so this is me just kind of making good on that promise. So no, not exciting video, but it's an adulting type video. So hopefully you all gleaned some kind of information from it. Maybe, you know, you'll take the time to kind of check those things out, you know, see if your banking, if your particular company that you bank with allows you that option, because I feel like that's like super convenient if you can do it. However, you know, sometimes people want to pay their bills from their credit card, and I do that sometimes too. Like here, I pay some of my bills using my credit card, but I also get points back on my credit card. So like those points that I get back, I can use them to get like gift cards. Like say I go to Walmart a lot, so I might get a Walmart gift card using the points that I have, or I might be able to get an Amazon gift card with the points that I have, something like that. But you know, it just kind of depends. So, you know, if you don't want to pay outright from your banking account, then that might not necessarily be the setup that you want, or it might not be the setup that works for you. So it's based on the individual, what works best, what you feel works the best for you. But I mean, if you set it up that way, it's not like they're going to automatically be drafting from your account. And if they are automatically drafting from your account, then that's definitely something that you need to check and make sure that's not an option that you selected. Because I know I had an issue, which I talked to you all about in a video some time ago, but I had an issue with a local pest control company where I, like, whenever my bill came due, whenever they sent me the bill, I would pay it online, but I never signed up for automatic draft. And then one day I just noticed, like, I was checking my banking account and I saw this particular pest control company listed on my account, saying that they drafted X amount of dollars. And I'm like, well, why are they withdrawing X amount of dollars? I don't remember signing up for auto pay. So I go and look at my account, and no, I'm not signed up for automatic draft. So they were drafting for my account and I hadn't given approval for it. So, you know, that's something that you need to be aware of too. Like, just pay attention to your monthly bank statements and make sure that there isn't anybody withdrawing from your account that shouldn't be. So, I mean, I don't do it. That's not something I do on a daily or that's not typically something I do on a daily or even a monthly basis, even though I could go on there and look at my bill or look at my bank statement every day if I wanted to. But that's not normally something I do on a monthly basis. But technically you should be doing like monthly reconciliations, but I just don't. The only reason that I checked for this particular company is because I was constantly like back and forth trying to cancel. I was constantly back and forth trying to cancel services with them. And so I just made a note every time I saw their name. I'm like, okay, what's going on now? I canceled services and they're still charging me for it. So I'm still getting bills in the mail, and I just happened to look at my bank statement and I saw their name on it. But normally I don't just go and check my monthly statement all the time, even though that's probably something I should be doing. But anyway, that's just it. Those are just my couple of like little life gems, financial advice. It's like really simple stuff, I know, but sometimes we don't follow it. Sometimes we don't do it. But, you know, I just figured I'd give people a heads up. You know, as I learn things, I start to do better. And, you know, I want to educate and help other people learn some things too. or at least kind of reiterate some things that maybe they've already been told. So this is just me kind of, you know, giving people, or at least trying to give people that little nudge, just trying to bring people to a level of financial security that they may not have right now. So just like some little words of advice or whatever. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all later, and I hope that you are having a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend. And I hope that you all are enjoying this Super Bowl weekend. I hope that you all will enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow and just have fun. And of course, as always, be safe. And I will see you all for the next video.